All right, I literally came back on stream because there's been a Zyloh post. It happened about 12 minutes ago, something like that. And there's a response in the thread from him, not even his own post about this. Almost like it's going to be hidden unless you're really paying attention. So, Zyloh, we'll do you a little favor, buddy. We'll do you a favor. We're gonna, you know, rise that up and signal blast it out so other people can see it. He just made a new post as well. All right, so we'll look at the reply and the post. Do you mind linking me the new post? This is the original post. Here's the new one. So what should we do first? I guess we'll look at the reply because that's what he did first. So let's look at the reply first. This is the reply to the original thread. Throughout Star Citizen's evolution, one fundamental principle has remained paramount. Everything you pledge for to support our development will eventually be obtainable through gameplay. Your contribution helps push things forward, but your time in the verse should be equally rewarded. Okay. So, but what if I don't want to spend time in the verse? That's the whole thing here. This is the whole argument, is that you're allowing, like, if you dangle the pledge store in front of people, they will use it. If it doesn't exist, the game is better for it overall. We all understand you need to make money, but this is a line that you have crossed for the community clearly, right? We're pushing 11 patches this year instead of 4. We're crushing more bugs than ever, building more exciting content. Okay, that's fucking bullshit, but sure. You're like just repurposing missions and adding some story to them, but sure, buddy. And Hathor hasn't worked since its inception. So, you know, the amount of people who have gotten Wicklow ships are the lucky ones, not the good ones in a lot of ways, right? Like, we were the first person to get the Wicklow Polaris, and we were literally lucky because a day or two later, Wicklow just completely stopped working on every server. So, yeah, give me a fucking break. We're deflecting so hard here already. Moving faster than ever to make the persistent universe a better experience for everyone. I would argue that's true for sure. And in moving that fast, we missed a step. Oh, here we go. Hold on. We need a little something here. YouTube apology music. See if we can have that. Okay, perfect. To be clear, the new flight blades will be obtainable for Alpha UEC in our next patch this June. We followed our usual approach by offering early access on the Pledge Store to help support development, but after some reflection, we've decided that for smaller components like flight blades or bomb racks, they should be available in-game at the same time they appear on the store. No. Nope. Don't agree. After some reflection, was the reflection looking at the downvotes on your thread, or was the reflection in the meetings that you knew this shit was going to happen to you, but you didn't care because you didn't think it would be this bad, did you? So the after some reflection thing is goofy. Guys, putting gameplay on the store is the problem. And once again, when you, like, let's go back to the first thing. This is where it's all bullshit. Throughout Star Citizen's evolution, the one fundamental principle has remained paramount. Everything you pledge for in the sport of our development will eventually be attainable through gameplay. What was not clear from the beginning, and was not a fundamental principle of Star Citizen's development, is that everything you pledged for, you will never lose. You will have that forever. It is impossible to lose because they decided that you would pledge for items instead of in-game credits or whatever other games do, subscribing, and then you get some stupid subscriber rewards or something like that, right? everything that you pledge for. Like, we're acting like the things that you pledge for are exactly the same as the things that you don't pledge for. And that is not true. They are fundamentally different. And that is why selling the items that are for gameplay while at the same time having them in the pledge store is the issue, because they are fundamentally different items, guys. That's the problem here. That's the argument. And they are going to ignore that. And I will not let this be ignored. Listen, I have no fucking sway. I have no pull. It doesn't matter, but I still care. So I'm still going to get upset, and I'm still going to say those things. That is the element that is the problem. You do not gain a clear and present advantage by using flight blades. You do not gain a clear and present advantage by having bombs on your Gladius or your MSR and not your bomber ships, by the way. Great fucking job there, CIG. Absolute circus when it comes to that idea. That the bombers don't have bombs, but ships that aren't supposed to have bombs have bombs. Okay, who cares? It's probably a good time and everyone's going to have some fun with bombs. But that's the fundamental problem that people have issues with, and you are ignoring that, because if you, step back just a tiny little bit, if you step back just a little bit, then people will be like, oh, okay, that's a good step in the right direction, right? That's a good step in the right direction. We literally listened to this video yesterday, from it was like a meme Reddit post from a Twitch streamer, Eris. This is his opinion on a step in the right direction.
You know, while I was taking a piss, I got pissed because I thought about this shit that's been pissing me off. And let me tell you what that is. I'm so fucking sick of the term or saying or whatever the fuck you want to call it, of it's a step in the right direction.
It looks like we won. You didn't win.
I'm so sick of that fucking term, dude. I'm so sick of that shit, dude. It's a step in the right direction.
You're falling for the shit.
I'm fucking tired of that shit. If I hear that shit again, I'm gonna jump out the window, dude. It's a step in the right direction. That's what everyone fucking says, dude, after everything, man. It sucks ass, dude. PoE, Tekken, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm sick of it. You know, all that means is that it's never gonna go, you're never gonna get there. This is the only case where their journey is not as good as the destination, and there is no destination. It's a step in the right direction. You're never gonna get to the destination. You're going in a circle, dude. A step in the right direction. I hate that. It's driving me insane, dude. I know it's because I'm old. I get it. I understand. But so what? I don't give a fuck. So what? I don't give a fuck, really. You know why? Because no matter what fucking 3D fighter ever comes out, it's always going to be half-baked at launch. It's going to be a step in the right direction 6 months after it comes out. Then a year, another step in the right direction. I'm fucking sick of it, dude. I'm sick of this step in the right direction shit. Is straight up the end of video games.
And that's where we'll leave it, because then he just goes on a rant saying like developers should be fired and all this other shit, and just gets a little too out of control. But that's kind of the point. That is like, oh, so we're gonna take a little step back and then everyone's gonna be happy, right? And everything's gonna be okay. No, fuck that shit. Get out of here. So here we go. To be clear, the new flight blades will be attainable in June. They should be available in game at the same time, right? The choice has and should always be yours. If you want to support the project early, you can, but it's not required. So are you saying when the project comes out that there will be no support like this? Bullshit. We all know that's still going to stay there. Nice try. But it's not required. If you own a game package, you will be able to pick these up with in-game currency in our next monthly patch. And for future gameplay kit introductions, we'll ensure these items are attainable in-game on day one. Thanks to everyone who was weighed in, especially those who brought the heat constructively. This game has always been shaped by the community. Star Citizen wouldn't exist without your passion and support. Yeah. Okay. Well, guess what? No more constructively, because you're wordsmithing and you're taking advantage of the situation here, and you are doing the same thing. You are creating the same problems. This is why I said saying paywalling was not a good thing. This is why saying pay to win was not a good thing. Okay? Because they're going to use that shit against you, and the company is using that against you. The company's literally using it against you. So now here's his real post. Throughout Star System Evolution, it's the same thing. It's literally the same post. Fuck this, man. Time to make another reply. Dude, I don't know what the hell is happening, but my Chrome is literally dying. I think I have so many tabs open, it's dying. Okay. So let me just read what I have so far. This is meant to be constructive, but you cannot keep the status quo and move up the in-game part a little faster and act like you've solved the root of the problem. This is a band-aid to calm people down, but the root of the issue here is you continue to sell more and more items in the game that have a wider impact on what a player would do day to day. Everyone knows the convenience of the pledge store would outweigh any gameplay in an MMO that is meant to be played and slowly gained progress over years. That's what I'm going to put. I'm trying to hit publish, okay? Well, I guess I gotta do some spell checking. I can always edit it after, but publish first, edit after. Of course they did, Busted Up Gamer. Busted Up Gamer said they got banned because they said we should cancel subscriptions and said that and they stopped this pay to win stuff. Yep, that's what they'll do. That's no surprise. That's what they do. Is this about the thing where you spend $40 and buff your ship? Yep. Because it's not very buffed right now, but it can be buffed later, and then more people will purchase it. You got to post deleted for saying the same thing. We'll see what happens to me. Because you probably didn't say it respectfully. You can't reply to the page right now. Neither can I. As you can see, I'm gonna keep trying though. Wow, this is crazy. You think Spectrum got hacked? The post has 400K thumbs down. That's amazing. Did my reply get there? I have no idea. Is this course correction enough? Not for me. Not for me. It's not even a course correction. How could I even see if I've made a post? Yeah, they didn't remove it from the store. They didn't refund. They didn't promise not to continue to do this. They said, next time we do the dog shit that you are saying you don't like, we'll just put it into the game right away. And because that was the most majority of the argument to defend this, right? Would I have to go to the last page? Clearly not. It seems to just be scrolling down. I'm now at page 21 out of 53, so I have no idea. It's not a browser issue. It's Spectrum. Apparently, this page has like 400,000 downvotes or something. So they're being like DDoSed or whatever. Okay, here we go. I don't think my post was made. So I will make it again. With the spell check. No, the page broke again. Damn it, I should have hit played. I scrolled over it. Okay. Cancel. Zyloh's such a piece of shit. He's being paid to do this. Look at the downvotes. It's not the person, dude. Shit, it's going to post again. Fuck. I'll delete it as soon as I can. Already reported me. Knight Rider, could you delete one of the posts? I'm being respectful. Where is it, chat? Okay, there it is. Let's see if here's the other one. Let me delete this. Okay, saved. All right, we'll leave that there. And yeah, 500,000 downvotes. Yep. So that is that's where I'm at right now. I knew this dude would come in. We'll just get off the post now because and try to put out the fire, but just add more to it because that's what he does. He's done it for years. He's just like I feel like he's had all day to write this thing, and this is what he wrote. Because how can he write something? He doesn't make the decision, right? He's not the one making the decision here. You got to remember this. Somebody else made the decision to say, we are going to offer these items in the game at the same time. And again, that I don't believe is the issue that a majority of people have. The issue that people have is that you are selling things that are gameplay opportunities for players to play the game. I have never seen a game that has sold every single aspect of what you can do in the game. Every single aspect is possible to buy, right? That's the issue. It is possible to buy. It is not that it is, okay, I can only buy it and not play the game for it. It is that it's possible to buy because everyone knows that the pledge store is the convenience of something like that is a temptation that is just not healthy for video games, right? Like, once again, this is just my fundamental like basis or like my foundation of what video games should be. They should be an escape from reality. A moment of not being present in the world that you're in and just being present in whatever the game company or the developer, the world that they crafted for you, right? It's not really like my life is bad, so I'm escaping to a video game necessarily. That has been video games for me, but it's and that like having a store to be able to do everything just removes that. The game is just less good for doing it, right? And the game has been pay to win from day one. So going back to saying that we've been saying this from day one. Well, I haven't left. I have not left. And from day one, I have pointed out how problematic all of these things are. Star Citizen isn't even fun. It's fun for some people, to be fair. But for the most part, you would be correct. It is not fun because they haven't even remotely started it, to be honest. I feel like they're just starting it now. And these are the things that they're choosing to do when they start it. It's a dangerous path. So I just wanted to update you guys on that and let you know that there was a post. But yeah, I mean, this is just silly and crazy. And I don't know what to say anymore. It's just silly. Once again, the point that I have, maybe it's not the point that everyone has. Zyloh just replied, "We're still going." What about hiding reactions? Nobody's hiding reactions, man. No one's hiding reactions. Here's what he posted. We rolled out an emergency deployment in the last hour to fix an issue where increased traffic, specifically the massive number of emoji reactions, was slowing down the platform. The deployment introduced a new issue that caused them to reset or even show them in the millions. See attached. Lovely timing, of course. The team is rolling back the deployment now. Yeah. Why are you showing the upvote ones? Why don't you show the real one? Why don't you show the one that we're all talking about, buddy? Glad to see this coding bug, not a horrific choice to silence the community. Thanks, Zyloh. Definitely not the case. Now that we're reverting the deployment, though, things may be slow, but the team is working on it. Guys, I have had tons of people come in here and say that their posts are getting deleted. Tons of them. Come on. Tons of them. Yeah, one of the top posts is this. Check this out. It's hard to read, but it's the beginning of it. I just scrolled past it. Oh, this is so frustrating. It was the point. Somebody said the point is these things shouldn't be on the store at all. There it is. Components should not be on the store at all. Never mind later on. People are angry because these are being sold in any way, shape, or form for real money. First time an anime avatars had a fucking good take. First time someone with an anime avatars actually had a decent take. Mark this day down. It took CIG to get us there. It took a Zyloh post for an anime avatar to have an actually fucking base take. First time. Holy shit. So, and then this guy, disagree. In my opinion, if they want to put components in the paid store, that's fine. How is it different than armor and FPS guns? It's not! It's not! It's the extension of continuing to do it. It's literally not! I can't handle it. The assumptions that are being made here that it's the flight blades. It's not the flight blades. Nobody gives a fuck about the flight blades, guys. Nobody cares. They don't even do anything. It's the whole precedent that's being set and that has been set this entire year and the last couple of years. And in reality, the last 10. It's crazy, man. That's the problem. Oh my gosh. And how is this messing up anything? If the entire game is able to be purchased, you are playing a different game than I am. So I'm not going to make the pay to win arguments. Okay? I'm not going to make the pay for convenience arguments. I'm not going to make the paywall arguments. I'm not going to make any of those arguments because they aren't real. And they're easy to kind of tear apart, right? Super easy to tear apart. I'm going to make the player economy argument. I'm going to make this is an MMO and there is competition between each other, right? So it's not necessarily pay to win. I still might be able to beat you in a 1-versus-1 dogfight, but there's this whole thing where the argument's always made about pay to win or these other things where like, hey, I don't have enough time to play, so I can't earn these fight blades by doing the simple quest line that it probably would have been to get them, right? Which is literally just playing the video game, guys. Like, what I'm arguing about is just like basic, like logic or just like normalcy in a video game, right? But MMOs are like community games where like everybody's living in the same world doing the same things. And like everybody goes through the same kind of struggles. You know what I mean? And it's like I've been calling out the development plus the funding model, like the bloated development plus the funding model, and then the circle of life of, wow, we have no time to finish any of our game, and the game is continuously getting buggy and never finishing at all because we have to make another release, so our developers can't finish their current work that they're working on, and it's crap tier 0 slop. Okay, press it go because we have a ship sale we have to do. This was the last few years, right? Where 4 sales a year, 4 big sales, we got to push the patch out, the patches aren't ready. And now it's the same thing, but it's happening at a faster pace. It's getting kind of crazy, and it's just getting kind of stupid. So that's where I'm at with that. That's my issue here is the more items that you put in the store for sale, the more this just becomes a weird problem that shouldn't exist. Where you're playing a different game than I am, and we should all be kind of playing a similar game, right? And here was my thought process is, okay, one dude flying a giant spaceship by himself is not going to be able to do anything because, you're going to need to crew, and he's going to have to grind to get decent components on that ship or he'll die easily. Maybe he's not going to be able to level it up to level 5 with crafting or something like that. But then what we find out through CitizenCon and more is that there's insurance for every little thing that you buy now, and you can't possibly lose it, whether it's the actual insurance on ships or the item recovery stuff that's going to be happening. You can't possibly lose anything. Therefore, you will not have to interact with anyone else in the community, and you will just play the game yourself. And if that's what you're looking for, you're just being selfish, right? You're just being selfish because you just want the game to function around your life. And the difference here is it already does function around your life. You play it and you make the progress at the pace in which you're able to play the game. I will play it and make the progress in the pace in which I'm able to play the game. That's it. And if you're better at the game, you might make progress faster than I am, even though you might be playing less, right? If you're more organized or whatever. It's pretty simple. But it's very clearly not getting through. So I'll just continue, I guess, fighting the good fight, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, none of this stuff should be on the pledge store, and that's the issue that we have. And this already is like getting more upvotes than downvotes and shit. And it's like they're just this is like why I said it's over in the last video, right? Because I knew it was going to be a huge push forward. Like, it was almost like this was planned. Like, huge push in the wrong direction, slight bring back. Ha! We moved the goalpost on them again. Fucking idiots. We got them again. These fucking losers are going to continue to buy shit from us and eat up all the slop that we could keep putting out. Eventually, guys, just remember, your short-term gain is going to have a negative outcome. And it just is. And it has this entire time. The reason that you're peddling and trying to make as much money as you possibly can is because of all of the stupid fucking choices that they have made from the entire game's development. That's why they're in the boat and the pickle that they're in. That's it. Enjoy your slop game by yourselves, fighting other people in solo flown Idrises, launching torpedoes and pickles at each pickles. I'm reading the chat and lasers at each other. Like that's the part that I can't deal with. Why do you even play the game, Mike? Just go to EVE Online since you what? Yeah, since you hype it now. You wish I would. The reason I stay is to annoy people like you. That's why I stay around. Especially people with TTV in their name. I stay here so you get upset that I'm still here. TTVer. I'm still here because the game isn't dead yet. Well, it's going in the wrong direction, that's for sure. But it's struggling. And I'm still here because I hope that I can get through to someone, and that the game won't be dead forever. But that idea might have died today, so we'll see. But no matter what, I'm going to stick around just to annoy people like that guy. So that's where I'll leave this video. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and I can't wait for that guy to watch it and just to piss him off. It's going to be fantastic. But in reality, I'm here because I really think that Star Citizen has a chance to be great, and it would be really great if even though people bought spaceships, that there was a ton of gameplay where you can upgrade those ships in the game through quests, sandbox gameplay, crafting, and more, and other players would have to interact with each other through those systems. Sounds like a video game to me, where everything that Star Citizen is spewing out does not sound like a video game. And that's my only argument. That's it. The more they do this, the less the less it looks like a video game, and the more it looks like just a cash grab. So enjoy your money, CIG, this month. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you do something good with it, and I'm sure you won't, and I'm sure we'll meet again. But it's frustrating, to say the least.